Hello everybody, I'm here with a Brother XL5340, okay? We're not going to go over the story about how this sewing machine came about to me because I found a name and name and a phone number on it and called it and found out it was some lady's sewing machine that this thing's been sent all over the place and I can't believe how far it went. But anyway, we're going to make a rewind and bob, and I have people all the time ask me this. You start from the thread back there, you crisscross it from this thing right here over to this way, bring it back here, then you thread it through one of these holes, and then you back down through there, and then you pull this up, okay? Then you want to push this way, and I don't know if this one, no, this one doesn't pop. So, I mean, I probably have to unscrew it, and I don't feel like it, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, this one disengages the machine automatically. And then you do this, and then I take this extra thread so I don't get caught on anything, and I snip it right here. Let me show you here. I know my place is such a mess. My husband's like, I can't wait till this is all gone. I says, it will. It just takes time. And you snip that like that, okay? And then you just go ahead and rewind this bobbin. I'm giving the bobbin to her for free, but the casing, it didn't come with no casing, so I was very upset. So right now we're going to rewind this. And this thread came from another sewing machine that the lady didn't want the thread. She said, you can do whatever you want with the thread. I just wanted to put it on there so you can have it. So I said, okay. I think that's about enough. Yeah, it's pretty full. Okay, then you want to pop this back. Okay, that will engage the sewing machine. And then you want to bring this up. I'm going to put this down here. Okay, oops, dang it. I'm going to lose everything. Put it right here for a minute. Oh, go. Okay, let me put you on hold. All right, well, I'll have to attach that other piece back on. But anyway, after you get your bobbin done and you put it down here, there's a tail. See this tail? I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it closer to that. See that tail? Okay, you need to trim that tail back, okay? So you want to come in here, and you take the scissors, and you want to get as close as you can and snip that off, okay? You might still see it slightly tail, but that ain't going to hurt the machine. Then you have this thread here, okay? And I need you to cut this off like this, okay? All right, hold on again. Okay, so now I got that trimmed off, and you want the thread look like a waterfall coming towards you, okay? Then you want to have your bobbin to receive it. Now this is like if it was a top feed, but this is called a bottom feed, okay? And this here, you want that to show you that little slit, and you want to put, I'm doing this with one hand, so you guys have to be careful. And you want to have that going down and across. So it goes this way, okay? So now the thread is still going down this way, and you have to slide it into that slot, into that little spot right there. Okay, which I did that. I know I have to stop it every so often to do it. And then you want to lay it down like this, and you grab it by that way, and it holds that in, okay? That's how you know you did it right. If it falls out, it's not in correctly. Then you want to put this into the slot. There is a slot. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. So you want to put that into the slot, okay? Now, to thread this machine, I know everybody keeps saying, can you thread it with the thread? Now, you're going to see how hard this is to see it. Now, there's a little rust up here. I'm going to try to clean that before the lady comes and gets the sewing machine. It used to be your mom's. But anyway, then you want to hook it down through there. I don't know if I can do this really well. Make sure your foot is in the highest position that opens up these chambers for your tension. Okay? And then you want to take this thread and you want to put it down through that little hole. And then you want to go around. See all the little arrows? Follow the arrows. And the uptake is in the right position. See the uptake? I don't know if you guys can see it. You go all the way back this way, then turn this way. It's going to go right in the uptake. See how it goes in the uptake? And then around. A lot of people say, well, we want you to do it this way from now on. Well, it's very hard to do when you have one hand holding the camera and the other hand doing the work. And then you slide in that little guy right there. Now, I can't thread this needle, and there's a way to thread it on here, which I don't care for it. And when you want to thread it, I always put the foot down, because then you can see, I don't know if you guys see it or not, but you see the eye of the needle through that little white spot. So you can see the white through the eye of the needle. And then I hand thread it. So hold on. Okay, I got it threaded. Now you want to put the foot back up again. Okay. Now since it's threaded, you want to put this here. And usually I need something to help hold it down. Let's try a flashlight, because it's the only way I'm going to be able to. I got to get the rubber part of the flashlight or like that. Okay. And then when you want to go down, let's see if I can get now. It's going to engage because I had it off engage. Now you're going to see that thread come back down. See how it's grabbing that thread? That means your timing is right. And then you're going to pull this up this way, and it brings up the thread. Can you guys see all that? My finger's in the way, darn it. But anyway, see, that's why I say it's really hard to do it this way, but I'll do it just to show you guys how it's done. Now we got both threads up. You close this door, and you put this guy back on so you have better control, okay? Now, I've been trying to get the tension right on this machine because it's kind of looping and doing some strange stuff, okay? So we're going to try a new piece to see if it does any better. Okay, we put this here. Say. Okay, I just got done adjusting your sewing machine, still making a video. So I'm sitting there like, what is going on with this machine? Well, when it's on number 5, that means auto, okay? And I'm trying to get it to sew correctly. So I had to adjust the bottom casing because the other casing that where I got it from was somebody that was messing around with the machine until they broke it. So I took out that casing and put it in your casing. And it was actually like sewing. Let me show you if I can find it. Yeah, showing where, okay. This is the top thread at the time, okay, which is the orange, okay? And so I switched it over and took that other thread because it's so much heavier. So if it pulls up from the bottom, that means the bottom tension's off. When it's, it looks like it's right going this way, but when you look at it this way, this is the top, and the bottom tension's messed up. If it was the other way, then it would be, the bottom would be messing up. So this is the top. So then I went ahead and I adjusted it, okay? Well, here I adjusted the first time, okay? And it looks like, now the top looks like it's going right, but it started to wave. So you can see it here. It started to wave a little bit. So we didn't like that. So we went ahead and we adjusted it again. And this time, it's doing much better. Because I forgot, when you put your machine on 4 or higher, that's called the gathering, to gather your thread. We don't want to gather it. So we had to move it to like 3, okay? And that will make it sew just regular sewing, okay? So now this is called regular sewing, and it's not pulling, okay? It pulled there for a second because I was just adjusting it, and now it's sewing perfectly here too. So remember, when you want to gather, you want to go to 4 or higher, okay? When you want to do basic stitching, you want to go 3, 4, 2, or 1, okay? I have it in the middle. Okay, when you're on this one here, this is a straight stitch. Okay, this is your width, but that's if you're going to do zigzagging over here, okay? Which I'm not zigzagging, I'm only in straight stitch. So that means you can adjust your needle where you want it to go. You can go to M, or to, which is middle, right, or left. And so I wanted it more in the middle. It's easier to control it, okay? And I put this back down. Oh, and by the way, I just swapped out the foot because the original foot that went to this machine was not on it. So I gave you a new foot. The one that they had on it was a Viking foot. I don't know why. Were they messing around? I guess they wanted to see what parts would work with this machine. I don't know what their problem was. But anyway, so I sat there and I've been working on this machine. Okay, now we can see what zigzag. So you want this hub, which is your needle hub, goes in the highest position. You want to turn this to a 3, which will give us the basic zigzag. So we're going to turn it to 3. Basic zigzag. We have it on 3 and 4. So let's see how that does. This kind of tells you that your tension will be correct if it doesn't pull up. So let's see. Did it pull up? No. Thank God. And it pulled up on here? No. Thank God. Okay, so that means the machine is working 100%. Nothing wrong with your machine, okay? Remember, though, if you ever put it on 4 or higher, it's going to gather. Then you're going to wonder, what's it doing? Now, don't freak out. Okay, now I'm just going to go over everything, okay? Whenever when you thread it, you always want to go from the back, even though I have done this in the beginning, and you want to go through this guy. It's all explanatory how to get it. You go underneath and then over and then down, and make sure this is, up to open those chambers in your tension. Not your tension. It's on auto right now. Then you receive the thread, goes down, around, and then there's the uptake, and you want to go all the way back and then around, and it gets caught in the uptake and then goes down, because uptake is what's going to make your machine pull the thread through. Then you're going to go through the hookup and then into the needle. And then this is a bottom feed. So you've ever asked me a question, and then these are your feed dogs right here. Okay, everybody asks me, what are feed dogs? Those are the things that help feed the machine to feed the thread through. Okay, but your uptake has a lot to do with it too. Okay, this is your tension. Okay, you might have to adjust it further this way for denim or anything heavy, or lightweight like sheer or lacy material. You go this way. Okay, this is your width right here. Okay, and when you're using a straight stitch, which is number 2, I have it back on number 2, and then you can stick your needle where you want it. I prefer it in the middle, and it will not mess up because this is an automatic. So if you have it on this stitch, it'll stay straight stitch. Okay, when you want to do any of these things, okay, then you go ahead. This is your dial indicator that tells you how to get there. Okay, when you want to get to the level of down here of these things, then you want to move this guy to SS. Okay, that will give you a set stitch. Okay, so you can adjust it from here, but you got a set stitch over here, and that's what you can do all these little guys here. Okay, then it just goes from, you know, you'll be looking at these, but then that's the number you'd be looking at to be able to do all this cool stitching. So you can do like, you know, this one kind of reminds me of leaves and flowers. Same thing here. There are different things like a arrow type thing here. This is your reverse. Your on and on button is right here, because a lot of people ask me, where's that at? It's right here. Okay. The only thing you need to worry about is basically cleaning your feed dogs. I always tell people, if your feed dogs start getting clogged, then the machine will start messing up. So all you have to do is unscrew these little guys here, one there, and this one has another one on this side. You unscrew that, take it off, take a toothbrush, rub it back and forth, and then take out any of the lint in there, Do not sew with needles going across, because they can get caught and trapped down in there. We don't want that. Just pull them out as you go, okay? This is just like a reminder. This here is your, I'm not sure how to exactly do it, but that's your threader. So my son loves it. I hate it. And then if you have a foot, I don't know. It didn't come with any attachments. This is all I have, okay? If you need attachments, let me know. And this is the, to make your buttonhole thing. It goes down so it'll stop. It'll stop and push it back so it goes the opposite direction, okay? Because this one is an automatic too. It's just, you hit this, it'll start by going forward with a stitch, and then backward, and then back and forth. Then it'll go forward again and go back, and then it'll come up and it'll stitch again, and then you'll get your thing. But you need that little thing down to be able to turn it around. That's how it works, okay? Let me think, anything else I need to go over? I think I did everything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and watch it stitch, even though I showed you some stitches, but we're going to go ahead and do some more. So I wanted to show you, but it's actually sewing beautifully underneath and up above. And I'm going to keep showing it to you because, you know, the more you use it, the better it'll be. Like I said, everything's working on it. It looks really good. You know, I did that zigzag with you a few minutes ago. And I just want to show you. Everybody says, well, can't you do the buttonholer? Well, the bad problem with that is I don't have the foot for it. You need a special foot, okay? But I do have the wider. This is the wider foot. It's for the sewing machine. The one that they had on here was a very small one. It's a Singer sewing machine one, and it was hitting on different directions. You don't want that to hit. So this is what it's supposed to look like. I know it's getting kind of dusty already, again, because I'm sewing. But she's going to have so much fun with her sewing machine. It was her mother's. I can't believe it's been gone for so long because people have been playing with it and moving it all over the place. I mean, I guess she said she put it in a place in somewhere toward the, where is it now? I can't remember where she said now. It's somewhere in like Forest City, I think she said. And then from Forest City, I guess that guy went out of the business and went to Stanley, which is 20 minutes from me. And so it's like it's trying to go back home, but it's not making it there. But I made sure it went back to the owners. I have a lot of them with names on them. I'm thinking, gosh, I wonder if these people are missing their sewing machine. So I contacted them and found out half these sewing machines belong to people. I can't believe people. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, a Brother XL5340, I'd love to hear from you. I want to know what you're doing, where you got your sewing machine at, and where you maybe you purchased it and you had it for years, or maybe you just got it from some relative or someone that just decided they wanted to upgrade themselves for something a little bigger. But this one is a really good machine. It runs really well. Just turn it off so you can see how it turns off. This is the little button you push here, and then you see the light turns off. And that disengages the sewing machine too. So if you have a child, just make sure the hub is down. So you want to take this and you want to make sure the hub is down like that so it doesn't break. So that will kind of hold it in so it won't really move around too much. And then that way that person, you know, when you go traveling, you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything. Now this thread here, I'm going to take it off because this guy goes down like this, like that. You don't want to push it too far down, you'll break it. So that's where it goes, okay? It has a handle, so it's easy to carry, okay? But I might just give her this thread. I might just set it down here somewhere or something, or maybe cut it off and then put it inside her little container. If she needs anything for it, I have lots of stuff that can go toward it. Anyway, have a blessed day. Hope you guys enjoy this video. It's kind of long because I went over a little bit of more stuff because people were asking me all kinds of things. And to interview this sewing machine to show you, I went ahead and showed a little extra. So it's a little long. So just bear with me and like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet so you can watch more of these videos. I do a lot of dabbling in a lot of different areas. I do have a membership now, so if you wanted to, you know, put a little money toward me monthly, you can, and it'll show you different things that I'm doing with sewing machines right now. I don't know if I'm going to put anything in there about gardening or, you know, my chickens or, you know, outdoor walking around. I mean, unless you guys tell me differently that you want something different, maybe I'll add another list to it, because you can keep adding and adding and adding more subject matter to it, which I only put like basic craft one is the first one. And then the second one is mostly like, you know, sewing machine help and maybe teaching you how to use your sewing machine. Anyway, have a blessed day, and I hope to hear from you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.